Good morning, students, and welcome to your English grammar class. Today, I've come up with a very important topic from the English grammar section. It is the tenses. So, without wasting any time further, let's start with the today's class. What are tenses? Tense is a grammar term used to indicate whether a sentence or verb is an action in the past, the present, or the future. Let's now talk about the different type of tenses. There are basically three types of tenses: the past tense, the present tense, and the future tense. These three tenses are further divided into four subcategories. Let's first talk about the past tense. Firstly, we have the simple past tense, then the past progressive or the past continuous tense, then comes the past perfect tense, then the past perfect progressive or the past perfect continuous tense. Similarly, in present tense, we have simple present tense, then present progressive tense or present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect progressive or present perfect continuous tense. Likewise, in future tense, we have simple future tense, future progressive tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect progressive tense. Let's now first understand about the past tense in detail. As we know that there are four past tense forms in English. These are simple past tense, past progressive tense or past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect progressive tense or past perfect continuous tense. Simple past tense. Let's now understand the rule of writing a sentence in simple past tense. Subject plus second form of the verb plus the object. Repeat with me. Subject plus second form of the verb plus object. Let's see a few examples. Ram played a match. They cooked food. I went there. Students, as we can see in all the three sentences, the verb is in second form, like played, cooked, went. These all are the second form of the verbs. Let's now move on to past progressive tense. Let's see the rule of writing a sentence in past progressive tense. Subject plus was or were plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. Now repeat with me. Subject plus was or were plus first form of the verb plus ing plus the object. Let's see a few examples. She was cooking food. They were playing cricket. I was writing a letter. As we can see that in all the three sentences, the first form of the verb is used along with ing. It is also important to note that was is used with singular subjects while were is used with plural subjects. Past perfect tense. Let's now understand the rule of writing a sentence in past perfect tense. Subject plus had plus third form of the verb plus object. Repeat with me. Subject plus had plus third form of the verb plus object. For example, I had left the job. She had cooked food. They had played a match. As we can see, we have used the third form of the verb with had. Past perfect progressive tense. Let's now understand the rule of writing a sentence in past perfect progressive tense. Subject plus had been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object plus since or for. For example, it had been raining since Monday. They had been playing cricket since 2016. I had been living in India for 3 years. As we can see, we have used had been with the first form of the verb and ing. Also, we have used since and for in these sentences. Let's now talk about the present tense. There are 4 present tense forms in English. These are simple present tense, present progressive or continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect progressive or continuous tense. Let's first talk about the simple present tense. The rule of writing a sentence in simple present tense is subject plus first form of the verb plus s or es plus the object. Repeat with me. Subject plus first form of the verb plus s or es plus the object. Let's see a few examples. My dog barks at night. The girl plays hockey. She goes to school. Here it is important to note that we always use s or es with the verb when the subject is singular. Whenever it is plural, we do not use the s or es. Let's now move to present progressive tense or the present continuous tense. The rule of writing a sentence in a present progressive tense is subject plus is or am or are plus first form of the verb plus ing plus the object. Repeat with me. Subject plus is or am or are plus first form of the verb plus ing plus the object. It is important to note, students, that sometimes the object is not present in the sentence. At that time, we can skip the object. Let's see a few examples. I am going to market. She is cooking food. They are playing. So here the sentence is without the object. Let's now proceed to present perfect tense. The rule of writing a sentence in present perfect tense is subject plus has or have plus third form of the verb plus the object. For example, they have played a match. She has cooked the food. I have written a letter. It is important to note that has is used with singular subjects except you and I. With you and I, we will always use have. And have is used with plural subjects, including you and I. Present perfect progressive tense. The rule of writing a sentence in present perfect progressive tense is subject plus has been or have been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object plus since or for. Let's see a few examples. It has been raining since morning. I have been working here for 2 years. They have been playing cricket since 2018. Now let's talk about the future tense. Just like the past tense and the present tense, there are 4 future tense forms in English. First, simple future tense. Second, future progressive or continuous tense. Third, future perfect tense. And fourth, future perfect progressive or continuous tense. Let's first talk about the simple future tense. The rule of writing a sentence in simple future tense is subject plus will or shall plus object. Let's see a few examples. I will or shall go for a movie. They will have fun there. She will make a list. Future progressive tense. Let's now read the rule of writing a sentence in future progressive tense. Subject plus will or shall plus be plus first form of the verb plus ing plus the object. Repeat with me. Subject plus will or shall plus be plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. Let's see a few examples. She will be cooking food. They will be cutting trees. I will or shall be cleaning the room. Let's now talk about the future perfect tense. The rule for writing a sentence in future perfect tense is subject plus will or shall plus have plus third form of the verb plus object. Repeat with me. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus third form of the verb plus the object. For example, they will have cooked food. I will have left the job. She will have prepared the lecture. Future perfect progressive tense. The rule of writing a sentence in the future perfect progressive tense is subject plus will have been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object plus since or for. Repeat with me. Subject plus will have been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object plus since or for. Let's see a few examples. It will have been raining since morning. We will have been playing for 3 hours. They will have been working since 2015. Students, let's now see how to use for and since with the perfect progressive tenses. We use for to talk about a period of time. For example, for 3 hours, for 2 months, for 1 decade, for a century, etc. And we use since to talk about a point in past time. For example, since 9 o'clock, since 1st January, or since Monday, etc. Let's now see a few examples. For is used for a period of time and since is used for a point in exact time. For 30 minutes, for 4 days, for 3 months, for 2 years, for 3 centuries, for ages, and forever, etc. Let's now talk about the examples of since. Since 10 a.m., since Friday, since March, since 2018, since 1700, since I left the school or since I left the job, and since the beginning of time, etc. Students, let's now talk about the sequence of tenses. If the tense in the main clause is in past tense, then the tense in the subordinate clause will also be in the past. I repeat, if the tense in the main clause is in the past, then the tense in the subordinate clause will also be in the past. Let's see a few examples. He was working in his room when the boss called him. So he was working, here it is in past tense, that is why the subordinate clause will also be in past. So let's read the example again. He was working in his room when the boss called him. Let's see one more example. She had checked all the papers before she complained. She had checked all the papers before she complained. I did the cooking because mother was away. I did the cooking because mother was away. When a universally true statement is made in the subordinate clause or the subordinate clause is introduced by then it can be in any tense. So students, if any universally true statement is made in the subordinate clause or the subordinate clause is introduced by the word then it can be in any tense. For example, Newton claimed that every action has equal and opposite reaction. So Newton claimed in the past. But this is a universal truth that every action has equal and opposite reaction. So here it is in the present tense. He was much cleverer than she is or was. Here also we can use anything, we can use is, and we can even use was. Now, if the tense in the main clause is in the present, the verb in the subordinate clause can be in any tense required by the context. If the tense in the main clause is in the present, then the verb in the subordinate clause can be in any tense required by the context. For example, it doesn't matter to her where she will work. I insist that you finish this chapter now. Let's talk about the tenses in conditionals. The sentences that have a clause which starts with if are called conditional sentences. As the name itself suggests, they are related to the conditions. They talk about the conditions. That is why we use the word if. We use the simple present tense or the simple past tense in both the if clause and the main clause. So here we use the simple present tense or the simple past tense in both the if clause and the main clause. Conditional sentences in the present tense can talk about the general truths, present and past habits. For example, if I get up early, I go for a walk along the beach. So here these are the general truths, present and past habits. Okay? Second, if I finish my work early, I walk home instead of taking a bus. Now, the conditional sentences in the present tense can also talk about the things likely to happen. For example, if my father is home late, we may not go to the party. The things are likely to happen. The things did not happen in the past or the present, but these things are likely to happen. If my father is home late, we may not go to the party. If we have accepted the invitation, we should be there on time. Now, the conditional sentences in the past tense can talk about something that we wish for, but they cannot happen. So, for example, if we were very rich, we could go on a world tour. Second, if I was lost in a spaceship, I would contact satellite for directions. So, these conditional sentences, they are in the past tense and they are talking about something that we wish for but that cannot happen. Second type of conditional sentences are those who are in the past tense and they can talk about something that we wish would have happened but did not happen or hasn't happened. For example, if I had switched off the gas, I wouldn't have had to come back home. So here we are talking about something that would have happened but it hasn't happened. The next sentence, if I had not got caught in the traffic jam, I would have been on time.
Students, I hope you've all understood the topic of tenses. We will meet in our next class with another interesting topic. Till then, take care, stay home and stay safe.